pictures and the video probably will not do it justice. It's really hard to film that sort of thing, but trust me, it's tough. We're here in Azerbaijan.
It's so scary when you get to the rocky parts, especially when you hear those rocks tumbling down forever.
Most of the time you're walking on a little sheep trail on the side of a hill. It's very tough. If you got bad knees, just forget it. This is what we call fun. My dream of hunting the Dagestan Tur in Azerbaijan really started back in 2007. At the time, I had never hunted in the mountains before, but I wanted to. So I called up Clark Jeffs out of Safari Outfitters, and he set me up on what was basically the cheapest hunt at the time in the mountains, and that was for the Altai ibex in Mongolia. But one of the other options Clark had given me, which was more expensive, but an option, was the Dagestan Tur in Azerbaijan. At the time, I had never heard of a tour. I didn't know anything about them. I'd never heard of Azerbaijan. Clark had talked about it, said guys were having fantastic success over there, and he said it was something to think about. So for the next 8 years, I did. So we started off our trip with a long flight of about 11 hours from Chicago to Istanbul, Turkey. Arrived into Baku, Azerbaijan at about 4 a.m. As soon as we arrived in Baku, we were loaded in a van and drove northwest of Baku about 250 miles. It was a 6-hour ride into the mountains. Arriving in a small village east of a town called Sheki, Azerbaijan, we packed up our stuff, left what was unnecessary, and jumped on horses. It was a 4-hour horse ride from the little village we were in to our base camp. One night in base camp, and then got up the next morning, got on horseback to ride another 2 hours into the mountains for what was expected to be a one-day hunt out of a small spike camp. They sleep here on the floor, except for the lucky guy who gets to sleep on that pile of rocks over there. Here's the little cook stove. All in all, a pretty nice place. Well, we're here in Azerbaijan. Me and Ami.
Hello.
We're on top of a mountain right now. I'm not sure how high what the altitude is or anything, but we're up here on top of this mountain. It took us about 2 hours to get here. There were some spots you probably won't be able to tell from the video, but they were straight down. I mean, if the horse leaned a little bit too far to the left, we would have been rolling for a long ways. But right now, everyone's kind of resting, taking a nap, except for me. Behind us, this mountain. I counted 99 Tur. Let's see if we can find them. Somewhere along the edge of that hill. There's 24 in that group.
There's no grass on the top. That's why they will come down. All the group will come down.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening. That's why no grass over there. Looks grey. But if the tour looks and there's any grass, green grass, likes to come, because now is the thing and the very hungry time to likes to eat much.
Okay. So the game plan is to rest up and then we'll walk over to this hill behind us. And hopefully the Tur will follow one of these trails. You can see their trails, which is the straight line across the center of this mountain. Hopefully we'll just sit up there and they'll come to us. Otherwise we gotta go to them. This is what we call fun.
We try to approach the group. The group is behind that canyon.
You're doing really good, babe.
Finish. There's a flat. Good place to find.
Flat? We like flat.
have a kameraya bak her.
What's that?
Guys,
Reverse it.
yes, there's a white necklace.
Boyuna karan
Ha böyle kameraya bak.
Sırtın kulağındaş bak. Dereye düşür bak. O da yaşadı.
Hello, we are back in camp. That's the tarp they're trying to put together. That's our tent. Those are the horses. And we are above the clouds. Everything is so white. So yeah, you can't see anything below us. That's the end of the first day here in camp.
It's Sunday, day 3 here in Azerbaijan. We just woke up a little while ago. We were gonna head out early, but it was raining in the morning, pretty cloudy. The sun's come out now, but it's still cold. So I guess the plan is to head out up over those hills in a little bit. But yesterday we hiked from camp here all the way up that hill, all the way up to the point right there where you can see the snow, a little monument. And then from there, 3 of us ran somewhere over in that area there, following these tur. And then I took a shot at one somewhere in there. Bless you. But I missed, so we came back here, disappointed. Went to bed. It got real cold last night. But our bags kept us warm.
Üstadlar oradan bizi bırakmıyor. Dağla yakınlaştılar. In the town.
Oh, he's way down there.
That one. again.
So it's the end of my second day of tour hunting. And as you've just witnessed, I screwed up. Not just once, but twice. On the first day of hunting, I missed a shot. On the second day, I missed again. Now, when we packed up at base camp to head up to our spike camp, in the excitement and rush of putting everything together, I only packed what was needed for 1 or 2 days. And I forgot one of the most critical items, my rangefinder. So for the first and second day, we were more or less guessing how far away they were. And the landscape is completely different than I'm used to shooting in. So trying to guess how far away an animal is across a valley just didn't work for me. So, as you saw in that video, I took a shot and I missed. And at this point, I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it to her. The animals have moved so far back from day 1 to day 2. We had to walk hours to get on these ones. So I'm not sure what's gonna happen. When we got back to camp that second night, we discovered that during the day, after hearing of our bad luck the first day, Rusty Brines, the other hunter in camp, sent up his rangefinder binoculars to help us. And I thank God that he did send them up, because that next morning I was blessed with being on tour. Immediately when I woke up, I was woken up early this morning, about 7 o'clock, and I guess it's not that early, but with the fog and stuff that we had been seeing in the morning, it was a little bit earlier than we had been going out. So they woke me up, and we jumped on it right away. We ran right out of camp.
See there?
Yes. I can't see through the scope.
Ortadaki, there's in the front 3.
Yes.
In the group.
The middle one?
Huh?
The middle or top?
No, down. It is stopping.
The middle one? Or?
Little one, no. There's a little one, little bit high, one is standing.
Okay. He just turned towards us?
Aşağı bakar.
Okay, just started moving, right?
Third one on the front now. When it stopped.
Come on, stop. So I shot the Tur up there. He's about 350 yards, and he tumbled down, 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 down there. Now we're gonna figure out how to get down there.
Really very nice run.
And he fell way up there somewhere.
Yes.
Boynuzda kırılır ya. Boynuzda tutuyor falan. Sorulan.
So when I shot mine today, they woke me up about 7 o'clock.
Quarter to 7 probably they woke you up.
And they said, hurry, you gotta come, there's one out here. So we honestly ran from our tent here, along the side of this mountain here, all the way over to there. It may not look far,
But it is far.
but it is very far, and running is very difficult. We did it.
I think it took you like 10-15 minutes to get there. And then, because I think you guys started heading out around 7 o'clock. And then I heard a shot around 7:15, 7:20-ish. So it took you about 15 minutes to get there. But going back took longer with the heavy packs and myself, of course.
So, to add to it, this is the first hunt she's ever been on. She set up deer stands and stuff with me, and the intent was to go with me last year, deer season, but didn't work out.
Well, I left.
Yeah. So, this is her first hunt. So she survived. She did good.
Tell them about when you saw your deer. Oh, your deer. Your tour.
Which one?
Which one did you
That I
guys?
shot today. So yeah, we got all the way over there, and after 2 days of missing, I didn't have my rangefinder. I'm guessing we misjudged the range. Today they saw one, it was 350 yards, which was probably the longest of all the shots that I've taken.
There's a loose horse behind us.
But they asked me to try. So today we had a rangefinder. Boy, am I glad. They ranged him at 350. My gun's sighted at 200, so I put it just above his shoulders, about 6 inches. Pulled the trigger, and the thing jumped up. Now I was so excited, I immediately screamed and fell down and started going like this on the ground. We didn't have time to videotape the whole thing. Then I see one of the guides, Osman, picks up my gun, and I thought he was gonna finish mine off. So when I look up, I see this Tur running across the front of this hill. So I grabbed the gun from him and I shot, and I was aiming high again. He was probably 350, and I didn't think I hit him, but he kept running towards us, kind of like maybe stumbling a little bit. I shot again and missed, and then I shot a third time, and he just dropped. When we walked up to him, I'd hit him right through the horn and into the head on the first shot, I think. So that messed him up pretty good. That's why he was stumbling. And then the third shot was through the chest and dropped him. To that point, I didn't realize that it was a second Tur. My Tur fell about 500 feet down the canyon to a low spot behind us here. hard hunting, we finally got our Tur. Thanks in part to Rusty Brines, his range finding binoculars. A lot of thanks to my guide Asaman, Ahmet, and Zaire. I also have to thank Sasha from Safari Outfitters Russia, who was able to get us into this absolutely great hunting concession. And last but not least, I have to thank Clark Jeffs for having recommended this hunt so many years ago that just kind of festered in my mind until I could actually pull the trigger.